Oh, welcome back, boys and girls, to the witching hour here on a Man Up Monday. In the mid-sack, the redoubtable one himself, Tom Izzo, the fixture. Joel Russell from Philly, the Philly man, and the highly questionable one again, Arjun Miliaccio. Segment 2, NBA schmack talking. God, so much to unpack here. The New York Knicks rise. The Boston Celtics going splat. Yes, RJ, you were right again. And I'll tell you what.
Did they lose tonight?
Kevin, yeah, they blew it again.
Another OT loss.
Another double-digit lead blown. The Boston Celtics are actually doing this at a faster rate than I thought they would, boys and girls. And then there's the other day when a certain stick man hit a game winner in a certain guy's face. Was a game winner, and then Mr. Doughboy from Serbia missed a gimme. And the schmack talking begun. And
you're talking about Luka and Devin Booker.
Yeah, and Devin Booker, by the way.
Dude,
to Luka's point, and yeah, that was a joke too. I mean, but
he was laughing.
He was laughing. I was like, "Are you serious?"
He was funny.
Like, yeah, Luka was said that, and this was a good one. Don't wait till there's 3 seconds left to start flapping your gums.
Well, Luka said that
about Booker. Booker didn't say a word the whole damn game. All of a sudden, now he started talking. Like, really? You didn't say, but you were a mouse for 47 and a half minutes. What the fuck? Now you got something to say? And by the way, he's got a point about that. But anyway, because like anything else,
it's harder to talk shit before it's over.
I'm saying if you're gonna talk schmack, you need to start it right. You can't do that with 3 seconds go. There's an ethics to that.
I don't know why you would.
If the game has been cordial, and the guy you're bad mouthing is MVP candidate.
But what did Booker say to him?
I don't know what he would say, and actually, Doncic after the game kind of played it off, but he did leave with the end. Listen, at the end of the game, his competition is all good, heat him up, but just don't wait till 3 seconds to go to start opening your mouth. And he's right about that. So he kind of was like, whatever, it happens in the game, squash it, whatever. Great player, he said that. He said all the right things, but then he's not wrong.
And Booker said he was like, I have no problem with Luka.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. So, I mean...
He just felt it, and he said some shit.
He said some shit in the moment, which Devin Booker has been prone to do. So, a lot of in-the-moments for a guy with no rings. But anyway...
I'd rather
sometimes you get ahead of yourself,
I'd rather talk about Durant.
Durant, yeah, making a seamless...
What do you want to talk about?
Yeah, seamless transition. Not surprised.
Well, see, that's kind of what I want to say. I want to see a tough game. Let's see a tough game, right? Mm-hmm. Somebody that can. Is there anybody that can't play defense?
Beat? Well, Dallas doesn't play any defense.
Who'd they just beat?
I mean,
Dallas.
Yeah,
it was the Kyrie Durant game where they didn't even speak afterwards. It froze them out.
I mean, that might be one of the toughest games they're going to see.
Yeah,
I don't think so because Dallas can't guard a chair. Dallas is not a threat. They can't guard a fucking chair, man. Seriously.
They got 2 guys that can drop 40 on you quick.
Yeah, if you give up 45,
no, that's true.
They could both drop 40 on you and lose
the game. You name me a duo that ever did that. They both score 40, they still lose the fucking game. Because this is the one team. I can't think of anybody else that ever did that. Can you think of another duo? Like, I can't think of one.
Durant and Irving.
Maybe.
In the Nets.
Yeah, maybe.
Durant's maybe.
Yeah. That's my point.
No, they never fucking played together.
Irving's been on the boat. Been on the.
They played like 11 games together in 3 years. What the fuck it was?
Irving's been on both those teams.
I know. That's my point.
Okay, so you're saying wait until you see them play the
Denver
Nuggets?
if Ja comes back.
Let's see. Like what happens if? Yeah.
You're right. I agree with that. I'm not crowning them. I still think Denver's the best team.
Somebody some length can guard him, or
I think
makes it harder for him.
I think if they
he had Charlotte and Dallas.
Depending on when Ja Morant comes,
2 games really.
I don't know.
He had anybody else?
It was the team that they beat before that was worse than
Charlotte. Yeah, Charlotte.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't judge him on that, but I mean, no.
Yeah, what I'm saying, like let's see.
No, we'll see if he's a real team. Like Dallas has a real offense, but I'm not crowning him. I think Denver's the team to beat.
They were crowning him on ESPN.
They were.
Yeah, they're
Four-letter
network
was.
They're slopping all
going
over.
Time. Giving them.
They're slopping on a scrotum. They really are.
Wow.
It's disgusting.
Whoa.
They are.
Sloppy Joe?
They are. It's ridiculous.
I don't know what that is. That sounds really
You said slopping. I said sloppy Joe. Just continue.
Swinging. They're swinging. It's like, man.
Yeah.
He's played, to your point, he's played 2 games against who and what? And So.
Let's
and the thing is, though, they should know that. They should know that. Half the guys on there were ex-pros.
Yep.
You can't judge him off 2 games like that, and neither team can guard a chair. What the fuck are you talking about? He should score on those teams.
You know, most of the people on TV want to praise. They don't want to destroy.
I didn't say anything. I'm saying wait to
later.
pass judgment. I'm not saying he's yay or nay yet. I'm saying
I'm not either.
wait to pass judgment.
Right, no,
2
but I'm saying
games.
the people on TV.
I was willing to say
are
Luka
gonna
and
be
Kyrie wouldn't
positive.
work right away. I'm not willing. Yeah, I'm not going to say that about Booker and Durant.
No, and they got Chris Paul. They got a better team. They do.
They could be good.
They could be very good. If that 4 gels, I mean, you got 4 talking borderline all-stars, 4 of them. I mean,
Well, they say like nobody's guarding Chris Paul anymore.
No, but he can. If you leave him open, he can still make a shot.
Did you see what Draymond was doing to Russell Westbrook the other night? I kind of felt
But
bad
they played
for
2
Westbrook.
games. They're like, nobody's guarding Chris Paul anymore. I'm like, you played 2 games.
Yeah. I mean,
Did you see that?
what?
What, I guess the Clippers played the Warriors, and Draymond was literally playing in the paint, and Westbrook was like, didn't know what to do with it. He was out of the 3.
So he was technically guarding him, but he wasn't guarding.
Yeah, he was letting him have like 15 feet.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you?
But like, I almost felt bad for Russell Westbrook because he was
Why?
just dribbling around,
Like not
he was
realizing
scared to
it.
shoot.
Yeah.
Russell Westbrook doesn't care.
If
I'm
he didn't-
surprised he didn't shoot.
Dude, I
That's
think
the thing. Why didn't he shoot?
Russell Westbrook wants to win.
No, of course he does.
I think he does.
He cares.
Which is why he didn't shoot. Because he knew.
Yeah.
Right,
Because he knew.
shit.
How did he
Instead of letting his ego,
He's like, I can't bowl this guy over.
This is proof of the growth of Russell Westbrook because his ego would have been like, fuck you, Dream. I'm gonna jack this anyway. But now he's thinking, to your point,
No, but he threw it away a couple times because
Why can't he shoot?
why can't you let him have his moment, Tom?
No, I'm saying he should have shot the fucking ball.
My question is, why can't he shoot though?
He's never. I don't know.
Why is he not a shooter?
Why did Rajon Rondo never develop a shot?
I don't know, dude.
I don't know. That's the one thing that was missing from both their games.
All I'm saying was,
Did
I
it just change
I
the rest of the league, like shooting percentage go up?
I just kind
And
of
he
felt
used
bad
to be
for the guy.
halfway
No,
decent.
don't
He
know.
just never
he
shot.
was that
He was never a
athletic.
shooter.
He was that athletic that it didn't matter because he could go by anybody.
Yeah. Plus,
now he's older. He can't do that.
They would. He was a good defender too. Like they would.
Yeah.
They would force you into fast break basketball, where so he's even better in that situation because the
But
defense.
I mean, does
is
he
not
just
set.
not? It doesn't look like he has bad form. He doesn't look like he has bad form.
Technically, no, but it's like
I don't know what it is.
it's not maybe from the elbow up. Maybe it's from the elbow down, because that can happen too.
I mean, he gets off the ground when he
So, like,
shoots. He
what do you
jumps
mean
pretty
from the
high.
elbow down?
Well, if his base is, if you look at good shooters, their lead foot is always a little bit in front of their other foot because what it does is it turns your shoulder in. So by doing that, it drops your elbow straight down. So now this is what you want. Whereas if you're square, you're adjusting, and that's where your elbow can go like that, and you can be left to right. So you always know a good shooter because a good shooter is usually short or long. He's rarely left or right.
Right.
Unless he's moving.
'Cause
Like,
the
if he's in
motion is
air,
always the
yeah,
fucking
the consistency
point.
is always there. So to your point, from here up, yeah, it looks pretty good. What's going on below it? Because when you ever see a highlight, you're not seeing his base and everything. So and the thing is, you only fix that through repetition.
RJ's tidbits.
So
A lesson in coaching.
I was a shooter. That's what I did once upon a time. I
was a shooter.
As a shooter.
He was a sick shooter.
I was a shooter. You didn't leave me open. Anyway, the bottom line
I'm
was
buying your mom's house.
No, but the thing is, you either practice. If you don't
Shooter
practice,
McGavin.
the thing is, what Westbrook's
Bought his
probably
mom's
doing is
and
because no
grandma's
one.
house.
What Westbrook is probably doing is because he's so damn talented. No one's ever said, "Hey, dude, straighten this, lock this, do this." And so no, he's practicing. But if you're practicing the wrong way, you're never going to fix the problem.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
That's the problem. He's practicing, but he's practicing the wrong way. That's the problem. I guarantee it.
It's just it's crazy that so much money can go into somebody.
If you're as
And-
talented as he is, you're going to get that money.
Well,
No,
there's
no,
other
no,
guys that
no,
shoot.
no. I'm just saying, so much money goes in, and it's deserved. It's earned. My point is to think that there's just people that won't show them how to do it. That's crazy.
Trust me when I tell you, listen, for every great coach in that league, there's a bad one.
Yeah.
There is, trust me, that don't care, that they're just like, they can recruit people and they can do schemes, but fundamentals, that's not their thing.
Yeah.
No.
So you're telling me there's probably a lot of NBA coaches that look at him and don't see what's wrong?
They don't see what's wrong because everybody has a teammate that it was different, but this motherfucker could shoot. There's always one kid like that. There's always
Russell
a kid like,
Westbrook
you look at his
obviously
form
is-
and you're like, how does he? And then he hits 10 in a row. Like, how the fuck does he do that?
Well, that's Reggie Miller.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shooting across his hands.
Yeah, he's up here. Like now, exactly. Actually, perfect. Reverse.
Yeah.
But his hand-eye coordination is still so good he can overcome it because he has that.
No, like-
but his form,
It was awful.
No,
But to your point, there's always an exception.
there's one guy. There's always one guy. I can tell you the kid's name. His name was Tom Gray on my team, and he was like a real good JV player, and he would like go half and half JV varsity. And if he could win almost any shoot, he could almost outshoot almost anybody on the team. But when he got in a game,
Couldn't shoot.
couldn't shoot. Couldn't shoot. So, and the thing is, he couldn't shoot because his fucking form was off, and it was like
he's thinking too much and just couldn't.
Well, one, he's not used to playing minutes, so he gets out there, he's not ready. And that's a hard thing to do. If you've been sitting for 20 minutes and then you get called into the game for the first time, you're like, what the fuck? The game's 2 quarters old.
Well, it's also different shooting while you're playing horse or shooting while you're playing
totally
21.
Different.
Well, that's the thing. Like, shooting when you are fatigued is a completely fucking different
That's the thing. That's what a knockdown shooter.
It's not even fatigue. Like, shooting when you're doing it with defense.
The guys that are like that, like Steph Curry, like Ray Allen, like Miller, those are the guys that when they're shooting, they shoot till they literally their arms drop.
Yeah.
They won't stop shooting until their arms say, you can't.
But they also never stop running.
That's their practice. No, they never stop running.
Reggie Miller never stopped.
Remember Rip Hamilton with Detroit?
Yes.
How he would run off. They showed a play where he ran off like 15 screens in like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
And like
that's how Curry is.
Curry's like that. Ray Allen was like that. Ray Allen was amazing. He would come off.
The difference from all of those guys and Curry, including Ray Allen, is Curry can do all the stuff that they do, but he can also do it off the dribble.
Ray Allen was a pretty good shooter off the dribble. From distance, he was. I'm not saying he's as good as Curry, but he was pretty good.
Reggie Miller was pretty much catch and shoot. But
Steph Curry,
he was catch and shoot.
Steph Curry
could take you off the dribble.
Steph Curry pretty much invented the I'm gonna off the dribble chuck a 3.
Dame Lillard is one of those dudes. I
I'm
don't know
not
who came
saying
first.
He's not one of those guys.
I'm not saying I don't know who came first.
But
Who's older?
Steph
Dame
really,
looks pretty old, right? He's in his 30s, isn't he? Maybe Steph's older.
If you remember when they won,
I
when the Warriors actually hit their run. And everybody was like, oh, my God, they could win every championship for the next 10 years or whatever. When they were the 73 game. Steph basically, there were things that you're watching that you just don't see.
Yeah.
Nobody else is doing that. Nobody else is dribbling behind their back, turning.
I think you need to put up in a tape of Dame Lillard because he does all that.
No, I watched Dame Lillard. I watched anybody.
No, but
he doesn't do it the way Steph does. He's not the ball handler.
We said Steph's the best shooter ever.
Yeah, he is. But I'm saying the thing that makes him different than even Dame Lillard is how he does it on the move, off the dribble.
Dame
can hit from deep. Dame can
pulls
hit
up
from the dribble.
just to piss you off, he does it.
Dame can hit from the dribble. What I'm saying, the way Steph Curry does it is just different. Even when he goes to the hole.
Glenn Rice could shoot out the dribble.
Okay.
But
Anyways.
Anyway, bottom line is, no, he's the best shooter. I'm just saying that, like,
Steph Curry was the first to dribble
when you
and
look
shoot.
at
Everybody else, it was
your question was, why isn't Russell Westbrook ever been able to fix this problem?
Yeah, why can't he shoot?
And I'm telling you that there are coaches and there are guys that are XO guys. Like, they can break down the game, but they don't. Fundamentals is not their thing. That's not what they teach. They teach people who know how to play the game.
I just can't believe there's so much money in this and they can't figure that out. It's crazy.
He's not the only one. Rajon Rondo is the same way.
Yeah.
There's other guys like him, so they'd never fix the problem. They're working on it, but no one corrects that one thing in their shot that prevents them.
Jason Kidd figured it out. He was a long time no shooter.
Some do. Magic Johnson made himself a better shooter. Magic Johnson was a 67% foul shooter one year. He made himself into a 90. Okay, that's work.
I feel like Jordan made himself.
No, Jordan was always a good shooter.
A better three-point shooter.
He made himself a better three-point shooter.
But when he came back after retiring, he had this fadeaway from. It was a 2-point shot.
That's because he got older.
But it was unreal how
his body got
he
bigger.
hit that shot.
If you look at like first championship Jordan 6, his body got bigger. A lot of that had to do with like that. That's when he developed the post game,
like strength.
Like the reason they were clotheslining him, Bill Laimbeer was clotheslining was because he didn't weigh as much, you know. But Bill Laimbeer wasn't clotheslining, championship game 6 Jordan or 5 Jordan for that matter. You know what I mean? Like.
Why? Because Jordan would have beat his ass?
Maybe. Jordan would have been bigger than him.
Well, at that point, Bill Laimbeer was 50.
Listen,
at that point, Bill Laimbeer was like 40.
He bulked up. No, because he was a skinny. When you go from skinny, remember, he was skinny. When you go from skinny to that, you look like fucking Arnold. He went from Kevin
Durant.
He wasn't that bad.
There's no,
he wasn't.
Hold on,
Kevin Durant.
He was close, but not as bad.
Maybe like
he had some
bumps.
He had some. No, Michael Jordan had some definition.
Yeah.
Kevin Durant is just like a stick.
Yeah.
He's a stick.
It's weird.
He's just a stick.
It's weird.
He's still just a stick. Michael Jordan at least had some definition.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
you're right.
Yeah. Kevin Durant's a stick.
Yeah.
That's just all he is. He's
like a pterodactyl. He's like a
pterodactyl
pterodactyl
like that.
playing basketball.
So Jordan had some physical. He had some strength.
He's got definition, but he is a twig.
He's not. I'm not.
He's got muscle, not mass.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, he has more mass than Durant too.
Well, there actually his legs.
He does
don't look
now.
That skinny.
He was skinny, but he had some definition.
No,
to it.
you're right. It was not.
But
Kevin
Durant was just a stick.
He was like
He's just a little bit bigger of a stick now.
He was like
Those legs are pretty skinny.
That's
but they're
freshman
not
year.
Kevin Durant.
They're not Kevin Durant.
And that's college.
That's his freshman
Yeah.
year.
But dude, college when KD was at Texas,
He was. You almost couldn't see him. He was so thin. Like, what the fuck? Is that him? Oh, there he is.
he was a beast though. He was
He was nasty.
Yeah.
He had a polished game his freshman year, like Tatum did
He
at
is
Duke.
nasty.
Jason Tatum's game at Duke was an NBA ready his freshman year. Kevin Durant's game was NBA ready freshman year. It was. And you saw it when this guy, because he could pull up from anywhere, like a pro. He could literally just pull up from anywhere.
He's got that
And
mid.
most college kids can't really do that
He's got
consistently.
that mid.
He has the mid game.
He's got the mid.
The mid-range,
That
yeah.
most dudes.
The most difficult
that
shot.
size,
That's
the
why I
way
said
he moves.
little Isaiah Thomas, man. He had the nastiest mid-range game. He could 6'1". He could pull up over 7-footers, like because he could just anywhere. It was unbelievable. And it was crazy. So yeah, and Durant's got that kind of game. So I mean, you got a mid-range game. You can't be guarded because no one knows where you're going to pull up. No one.
Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah, he was filthy.
Isaiah, the
Best-
player.
he's-
He
Arguably
jumped
the best
over
little-
2 7-footers stacked on top of each other.
No, he shot it over them, not jumped over them.
He's not Earl the Goat, man.
No, he's not Madigo. No, he's not Vince. He's not even Mac McClung.
Isaiah
In that regard.
Isaiah was a great player,
He was an unbelievably great player.
but he wasn't. He's not top 10.
Where were we headed on this?
He's not
journey?
top 10 because people hate him. Not because he can't play.
No.
People hate
Oh,
him.
who are you taking out of you? You want to take?
I think he's a
Magic
better.
or
I'll tell you right
Larry
now.
out of your top
I'll
10?
take Prime Isaiah against fucking Chris Paul, against anybody you want to throw him. He'll
Chris
kick-
Paul wasn't
he'll
in the
kick
top
that fucking
10.
in. You give
Why
me.
are you giving
You
me
give me a
Chris
point.
Paul?
I'll put Isaiah will kick Steph
Jerry
Curry's
West.
ass.
Oh,
Isaiah Thomas will kick Steph Curry's ass. He'll fucking kick his ass. He'll literally kick his fucking ass.
Who would you
He
pick?
will shit. Steph Curry
talking
doesn't
about
even play
playing a
defense.
basketball
Yeah,
game.
if they're guard covering each other in the game, Isaiah Thomas will shit all over Steph Curry. He will shit on him. He will shit on him, and he will smile at him while he's doing it.
But other
Shit on
guards-
him.
other
Shit,
guards do
shit,
that.
shit. Okay?
Oh man, come on!
He scored on Michael
Get
Jordan.
out of here! Get the fuck
Take
out of here!
that. Good argument. He scored on Dennis Johnson.
Dennis Johnson, who?
NBA Finals MVP with Seattle.
Who?
First ballot Hall of Famer. Dennis Johnson. Big guy. See, that's your problem. You don't. Yeah. Who
cares?
What? The end of the bird steal.
Listen, Isaiah. I'm telling you,
Best
Isaiah,
little guy that ever played the game. I've seen everyone back to the 70s. He's the best little man I've ever seen. And by the way,
Is he in your top 15?
yes, he is.
Oh, come on.
He is. If you went, hold on, I remember my 10. Hold on. 11, I had Shaq. 11, I had Akeem. 12, I had Shaq. 13, 13, Isaiah Thomas. Right there. Right after those two.
Before John Havlicek,
Yeah.
before Jerry West.
Jerry West and Jerry are 15 to 20. They're both in there.
Get
for me.
out of here.
Why? That's top 20.
No, they're
You say that like it's insulting.
both of those guys are better than Isaiah.
I don't think no, I don't. Because you got to remember, he is 6'1".
You just said that Isaiah's better than John Havlicek, so I'm
think he
making
is.
progress.
He beat Michael Jordan
Beat Michael Jordan.
and he 3 times in a row in the playoffs.
Come
Yeah,
on, man.
he
Just
put up
stop.
25 points in one quarter against the
Please.
Lakers on one leg.
But couldn't
On
make
one leg.
Couldn't make it on the dream team.
On one leg. That's because of Jordan. That's
'cause
because he
of the
wasn't
diva.
good. That's because he wasn't
That's 'cause
good
of the
enough. Because
diva.
Jordan didn't want him on the
'cause
team.
of
That's
his
the
diva.
truth.
Isaiah,
Jordan did not want him on the
Isaiah
team.
wasn't good enough to be a dream teamer.
That's bullshit.
You're on crack. He wasn't better than Christian Laettner.
You take
He
Isaiah
wasn't
over
better than
John
Christian
Stockton.
Laettner.
No,
Stop
Christian-
talking.
You take
Christian
Isaiah
Laettner-
He
over
wasn't better
John
than Clyde
Stockton.
Drexler, who he beat in the
Christian
finals.
Laettner
Would
is
you
a
take
bum.
Isaiah over John Stockton?
Yes,
Yeah.
I would.
All time?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I would
Isaiah
too.
Thomas beat Michael Jordan. John Stockton could never do
Isaiah
it.
Thomas is better than John Stockton.
Yes, he is.
And John Stockton was on the dream team.
On the dream team. Take him
I would
off.
have taken John Stockton over Isaiah on the dream team.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
They could have
He-
both been on there.
Isaiah would average 23 and 11 assists.
Oh my God.
He was
Are we-
filthy.
Who
Well, how
cares?
do we even get
I
there?
care.
How do we get there?
We're talking NBA.
No, but how do we get to Isaiah versus?
We were talking about, well, it started with Jordan being skinny. Did we go from there?
No,
Skinny-
Skinny
no,
is-
It was well before that. How do we even get there?
No, it was after that.
What?
Maybe we shouldn't do all this research on how we got here.
We were after that. Now you're just making us more
No,
confused.
how did we get here?
We were talking, it started with you trying to figure out who was skinnier,
No,
Jordan or Durant.
That was like the 14th thing we said to get here.
Oh, we were
way
talking-
back further
We were
than
talking
that?
about Phoenix and Booker, and
Yeah.
and I said, well, what about Durant? And
Yeah.
we pterodactyled all.
No, we
over
were
this.
saying, yeah, that's where it went out of control. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where it happened.
No, you started talking about Bill Laimbeer not clotheslining
That was
Game
after-
6 championship Jordan,
Oh, he's still with a clothesline.
right? And I was like, oh, how much bigger did he get?
It's
And we
so
started-
weird. Like when we talk about this, so weird. Like anybody
Still with a clothesline.
in
Bear's
the
an asshole.
'80s would have
He's a snake.
beat
Remember
anybody.
Joel tried to say that
Bill's a
Michael
snake.
Jordan was bigger than Bill Laimbeer for a few
I never
years?
said that.
No, he did. And you said Michael Jordan was
Bill Laimbeer
never
was
as big as
6'10".
Bill
Oh, he
Laimbeer.
said that.
He's 6'10",
Because you said
260.
Michael Jordan was
Michael
as
Jordan was
big
never
as Bill
260 pounds.
Laimbeer.
Michael Jordan was never 260 pounds when he was playing.
When he came back in those final 3 years with the Bulls.
Even with the Wizards, he wasn't that heavy.
Bill Laimbeer is not clotheslining in '95.
Why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't he? He did it before. Why wouldn't he do it again? The rules didn't change in
He's not doing
2004.
it.
I say he's not doing
Why
it.
not?
Even though all the evidence points to him doing it.
Only because at that point he's out of the league.
He's retired.
That's the only reason.
He's retired. He's not doing it.
This is
the
what I'm
only
saying.
reason. That was
Jordan
a
would
part
hit
of
his
game.
fadeaway on Bill Laimbeer. Of
course he
all
would.
day from
I'm
the
not
post.
saying he wouldn't.
He's
But
not
the day
clotheslining. He's
after
not
he
touching him.
dropped-
I'm
He's
saying
not
if he goes
doing
in the
that.
lane, he's going to get
In
clothesline.
95?
He's not doing
The Knicks
that.
were doing that in 95?
Somebody
Bill
else,
Laimbeer
it was just
was
somebody
like-
else
Fucking, you don't think Anthony
Bill
Mason
Laimbeer
was
would
clotheslining
see-
Jordan?
Bill Laimbeer would
Remember
see.
the scene when Starks like fucking put Scottie Pippen in a headlock and he's in the air and he was behind him like covering over. He was like
Yeah.
trying to put him in a headlock and the ball's like.
They had
and
some
I'm
pretty
like-
good fights back in
They
the
had
day.
some serious fights. They did.
Dude, the finals fight with Derek Harper and the fucking Rockets, that was awesome.
Dude, I didn't realize how funny
fight in
that.
the
Remember that
finals.
picture I posted today about with the
Of Van
boy on the
Gundy?
ground?
I was
I didn't
telling you
realize how
about that.
funny that was till I looked at it again.
Remember
No,
I was-
because
I was
when
telling
it's
you
on
about
live, they're it's moving around. They see them, but they don't stay right there. They move around. They don't. This thing, I got to stare at it,
Right.
and I was just like, "That's fucking hysterical." I can see my Tom's dad. I can see your dad fuming. What the fuck is he doing? You idiot!
My dad was like, he's such a dork.
The more you're gonna get stepped on, you idiot!
Such a
And then he's cheering for it. Somebody step on him!
Yeah, Alonzo's like, what is this dog
What is
on
this
my
thing
leg?
on my leg? It was so bad. But see, I got to really stare at it because it was a still frame. So I'm just like, going, man, that is really bad. I didn't think it was that bad. Because then you can look in, you can zoom in on his face,
So we said.
and I can
we
see
said
his like
Van
his
Gundy.
face is like this. It's like,
Yeah, he was a
what the fuck are you
fucking...
doing?
So we're talking Van Gundy.
Gundy in the fight.
So
It
are we
was Oakley.
talking?
It was Oakley.
Are we
and,
talking
No,
Nick? Are we going to talk
Oakley was
Knicks
in
now?
between. Oakley was in between Mourning and
Oh, he was
Larry
trying to
Johnson.
break them
you
up?
could see Larry Johnson
Okay.
in the background.
Okay.
So
But Oakley, of course, he's the enforcer. He
Yeah.
comes right over.
Yeah, but he was trying to break him up.
Well, he was
Yeah,
he was getting in Mourning's
Yeah.
face, but
And-
Mourning was really going for
And
it.
literally, freaking, you see, look down this man, Gundy. I
So-
called it off.
Yeah,
dude.
Oakley was never trying to break up a fight. He was trying to get in it
Oh, okay.
and be the one that fought.
so are
Hey,
we,
I'm going to start this fight.
Right,
Now
exactly. You're not
fuck
fighting
you.
Larry. Get out of
Get the
here.
fuck out of here. I'm fighting him.
What were you trying to say?
so are we getting to? Are we talking Knicks? Is that what we're doing? We're going to talk
Yes,
Knicks.
let's talk Knicks.
Let's talk next.
Okay, because I'm excited. Okay, although I'm still hesitant. That's the Met in me,
Yeah.
and the Knicks
does
in me.
carry over.
And
It
it's
does
well,
carry over.
Mets
kind of
Knicks.
the same thing.
Mets Knicks is
does carry
similar.
Yeah,
You
it's
know?
kind of the same thing. They both blue and orange.
Although the Mets have had much
I
more
wouldn't.
success.
I wouldn't put the Mets and the Knicks in the same category.
Mets have had
The Mets
much
were
more
101
success.
win team
Yeah,
this
yeah.
year. The Knicks aren't
Oh.
there.
No, I'm talking about
The Knicks
history.
aren't fucking
I'm talking
there.
about
Oh,
history.
okay.
History.
What do the
But-
Knicks have? One championship?
Two.
Two. What do the
Same as
Mets
the
have?
Mets.
Two.
But the Mets have more recent.
So what?
86.
Who's been around longer?
I think the Knicks. Because
Yeah,
the Mets
that's
have only
a-
been around since 62.
Yeah, I think it's more the Knicks town than
Yeah.
the Mets town. Yeah. Okay.
So
All right.
they both have the same number of rings.
But-
they both have the same.
But the Mets have had more recent success. than
That's
the
true.
Knicks have, yeah.
Over the past 20 years, the Mets have had a more successful organization. The Knicks have been a joke.
That owner, who is he? Dolan?
James Dolan.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
a dick.
Everybody kills him.
Nobody likes it. I can't believe he still held on.
He
to that
owns the
team.
Garden. He owns a bunch of real estate
I don't
in New
know
York.
how.
He's
yeah.
a dick.
He's
Everybody
rich.
hates that dude.
Yeah.
And he owns the Garden. And that is...
It's amazing the way he treats ex-Knicks.
Oh
He
my
treats them
God.
like shit.
If it wasn't going to be Dolan, okay, we can do that. If it wasn't going to be Dolan, who would you like to have as your owner?
Oh, come on. I don't know who the fuck.
What do you mean you don't know who the fuck?
Who do I like to have as my owner? Some
Is there
rich
a New
person.
Yorker?
No, I don't give a shit.
You don't care?
No.
What if Spike Lee on the team?
Yeah.
That's fine. I don't
Like
care.
Spike Lee?
It's not about the owner needs to go, hey,
Well,
go run this
I'll tell you why
organization.
Spike Lee would be cool, because he would care.
That's true.
He would give a
But
shit.
that
He has a
doesn't always
passion.
translate.
Yeah.
I didn't say it
People care
did.
too much.
I didn't say
Some people care
guaranteed
too much.
success.
Yeah.
I'm saying that would help him.
Sure.
because he really wants them to
means
win.
something to
He's
him.
invested in it.
So
That's what I'm
let's
saying.
say Spike Lee owned the Knicks. Would he have signed Reggie Miller?
to win, I think Spike would say that. Yeah, I think he would.
I would have signed Reggie Miller.
Yeah. I just brought up Reggie.
Oh,
Now- now you're gonna work for me,
You're
you
saying with like fandom get in the way of
Yeah.
the show. Okay, that's what you're saying.
I think he would to win. Yeah, I think he would.
Yeah.
Okay, let's stop talking about
Yeah.
this imaginary scenario where Spike Lee owns the Knicks and he's signing Reggie Miller
is this
30
a
years
bad?
ago because I want to talk about the good fucking Knicks right now. They're not solid. They're good.
They are.
Julius Randle.
So they were solid.
Nobody said
Nobody.
they were
I'm just
solid.
saying this.
We pointed at him.
Yeah. I
They're
think
not
good.
solid, and he's like, what?
I forgot I'm dealing with sensitive baby boomers.
I'm just wondering why you pointed at him when no one said.
Is it Gen X? What are y'all?
No,
Baby? No.
no, what the baby boomers?
What are you? Gen X?
I'm Gen X.
Why'd you just say no?
Anyway, go on.
All right, I'm dealing with a sensitive Gen Xer.
Well, you pointed a finger at him.
No, dude, how many times you point in my face? You're not like calling me out. You're Italian.
Yes.
I'm Italian. My hands are moving.
Really? That's how it works.
Yes.
Okay.
You
So-
haven't noticed that by now? You've been around Italians all your life.
I know. But
You
you,
know
were literally
this.
like you were getting heated there.
No, I said this. I said they're good. They're not solid. My finger is pointing.
So they're good. So,
So
we're there.
we're
So
all
what?
there.
They're
So-
good.
Before we derail, what were you going to
Yeah.
say?
No, so I'm excited about the Knicks because
All right. Me
the
too.
other day I looked at their schedule. I was talking to RJ and I was like, they have a hard ass schedule. Like they play a lot of good teams.
Yeah.
You're yawning because I'm talking about the Knicks.
Yep.
But so then I see, okay, Jalen Brunson's out and they're going to Boston. I'm like, well, shit. Jalen Brunson to me is their most important player.
He is.
He's running the offense. He scores. He's a leader. All that. So he's got a sore foot. He's not playing.
Arguably the best free agent signing of the offseason.
Yes.
Arguably. It's right
Emmanuel quickly comes
Yeah.
in. He's their backup. He's their backup point guard.
Yeah.
He's been getting 6 of the year mentions.
He balled out.
He
Sixth
played.
man of
He
the
played
year.
55 minutes. He had 1 turnover in 55 minutes as the point guard. That's fucking exciting for a young guy to be playing like that.
And he scored a winning bucket. Did he score a winning bucket?
there. I forget who got
I don't know. It was.
He took some big
It
shots.
was such a slop fest.
He took some big shots.
I mean, it was a slop fest that game. But it still excited me because I saw that game 2 nights before. They won in Miami late, and Randall hit a ridiculous 3. It was a bit of a lucky 3, I felt, but he had an amazing game. He was in the high 40s, I think. So it wasn't. I mean, he was hot as hell that night. So maybe.
So
it
are
wasn't
they
luck.
legit?
I think they're legit. Yeah. They
Hold on
have
a second.
they have bigs down
going.
low that can play defense and rebound. They have like
going.
hustle and energy players, role players coming off the bench,
Yeah.
and they have 3 guys that could get 20 every night.
So do you put him ahead of anybody that's there now?
Cleveland.
Oh. Okay.
So right now they're like a game behind Cleveland. Cleveland won tonight, which again,
Yeah.
the Celtics, my God, meltdown. Cleveland won tonight, came back from 14, beat the Celtics in OT. So now they're probably again a game back. But
So the Celtics they're not the Celtics. The Cavaliers. The
They're in the
Cavs
4th
are
spot.
4. And so you think that New York can be 4?
I think so. Yeah. But where I start to question them is like if they're in a 7-game series with Philly, with Boston, or who's the other top?
Milwaukee.
Milwaukee.
Yeah, they were nice.
They can't beat Milwaukee, I don't think. It's starting to feel like nobody can.
Yeah. That Jay Crowder deal, I was like, when was the last time he played? It's
working. It's working.
Yeah,
Yeah.
worked out pretty good.
But just like when they have Middleton back, they're different.
Yeah.
And Drew Holiday is playing like more than just a defensive stopper. Like,
Yeah.
he's a beast.
And then there's that other guy. What's his name?
Giannis.
Giannis.
That's what they call him now.
Giannis.
Giannis.
Greek freak.
Giannis is ridiculous.
Yes, he's.
So that's where I start to waffle on the Knicks. But they've shown that they can beat Philly and Boston.
Yeah.
They've beaten Boston 3 times this year. I think they've split with Philly.
But you say not a seven, not a. Not
That's
a
why.
series.
That's why I'm like they could,
Yeah.
but I don't think I'd pick them right now.
So you're saying 4.
Yes. So
Okay.
who would they play in the first round?
Don't they play 8 or whoever's from the play-in, right? So 8, right? They would play 8.
They would play 8.
Yeah. No. they
No,
would
one
play-
plays 8. Don't
4
they?
play 5.
Okay, so
So
they
you
might
would-
play Cleveland.
They might play.
and
Cleveland.
then you get to see who's better.
So who? So
Because the 6th seed right now, I believe, is the Nets, and I don't think they're catching either one of them because of everything that's been done to the Nets. So I think it will be Cleveland Knicks in the first round then. That's kind of that'd be a good series.
That'd be interesting.
Especially since
That'd
you
be
know,
exactly what the
everybody
NBA would want.
yeah, well,
Yeah.
everybody in New York wanted them to get Donovan Mitchell.
Yes.
They got Jalen Brunson. Everybody crushed it
Yep.
and said you should have went for it.
Yep,
They
and-
didn't, and then they get to play. That's an interesting series.
That would be a great series, actually. If it ended up 4 and 5 and then playing each other, that would be.
Yeah,
Because-
you're right. Because 1 plays 8, 2 plays 7,
Yeah.
3 plays
And
6.
you know the
4 plays
league
5.
wanted Mitchell probably to be in New York too.
Probably
I mean,
bigger star.
yeah, and, a bigger
And Mitchell
market.
wanted. You know, Mitchell's a Mets fan.
Yeah. Well, yes. He
think
he
it's-
wanted it. That's where he's from, right?
I guess so.
Donovan Mitchell from New York.
He's a Mets fan, but I can't remember if that's because of his dad.
You know,
or what.
RJ?
Cleveland Donovan Mitchell
Yeah.
Yeah.
from New York. What about him?
Is he from New York?
I don't remember.
So
where he played.
Well, I
college
think-
ball.
Because you could say, oh, he wanted to be there, but if he wanted to be there, I guess Cleveland just had a better package for him.
Oh yeah, Stephen
Yeah,
A. wanted that
yeah.
deal bad.
well,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
Danny Ainge was not going to give him to New York unless they fucking
Gave him
crushed the
everything,
other deal.
yeah.
And Cleveland gave up a ton.
Yeah.
And New York, it's looking like right now,
Made a
made
good
the
call.
right fucking decision because they've got Jalen Brunson.
And they
they've
kept
got
all their
Julius
picks they
Randle,
would've had to give
They've
away.
got fucking RJ Barrett, who dropped fucking 29 last night.
Yeah.
And he's still young. They have
Yeah.
all this young talent, and I think they did make the right decision. Now, what I was talking about while you were in there, I still get. I don't know why I waffle on them in a 7-game series against Philly or Boston because they've shown they can beat both those teams, but I'm not sure I'd pick the Knicks in either series.
I would pick the Knicks in a runaway
Philly?
against Boston, not Philly.
Okay.
Boston's too stupid. They're stupid. They have.
You are so down on Boston right now.
I'm just giving you facts. When you shoot 59 fucking threes in a game, you're fucking
The
stupid.
way they lose. is-
Okay, the way they lose is terrible.
it's wow.
And their number, by the way, it's 15.
So are they
Whenever
going to
their
the Eastern
number-
Conference Championship or not?
I still. I'm not gonna say yet that no, but if they run into Cleveland or New York in the second round, they can't beat.
That's who they'll run into.
And that's why I'm saying that all bets are off. They could lose.
But see,
either one of them.
that was one thing we were saying
Yeah.
is how interesting would it be, which it looks like it's going to happen. 4 plays 5.
Yeah.
And so it's either going to be the Knicks at 4 or the Cavs at 5. So either way, it's just who has home court advantage.
Where are
So-
they all right now?
Right now in the conference,
They're 4 and
it's,
5.
It's Milwaukee, Boston,
4
Philly.
is Cleveland, 5 is the
4
Knicks.
5 is the Knicks. Yeah.
And the Nets
Yeah.
aren't catching either one of them. So the Knicks and the Cavs are going to play, and that's going to be a cool series
Yeah,
because
that'll be a good
of
series.
all the shit that was talked when they didn't
Yeah.
sign
True.
Mitchell.
So I mean,
So I'm excited for that.
so
And you're saying they would catch Boston in round 2 if that was the
if
case.
things stay as they are, no, they would get in the 4-5. They get Milwaukee and whoever Milwaukee draws.
See, that's where
you
I
don't
couldn't
think the
pick the
Knicks
Knicks.
get a Milwaukee?
Not against Milwaukee.
I don't think they
won't
could.
They won't beat
I
Milwaukee.
don't think anybody's going to beat Milwaukee.
Nope.
Now
I don't either.
I think the Knicks might be able to put up a fight and win a game.
Oh, I don't think Milwaukee will sweep them, but
Yeah.
they'll beat them.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the finals matchup that I just think from a pure entertainment standpoint, you'd want to see Giannis going against fucking Jokic. I would love to see that matchup. That'd be a great fucking.
I
matchup.
thought you were saying against Durant.
No.
Would they guard each
versus
other?
They'd yeah.
Jokic would guard him.
Well, Brooke Lowe. He's 7. You know, Giannis is 7'1".
I know,
He's
but he
literally-
doesn't. But he moves like
Yeah,
he's
Jokic
6'7".
doesn't guard him.
I'm saying,
Those are Michael
if
Porter
I want
guard
to see
him,
that
right?
matchup because if you think about it, Jokic can do. You can't really take him off the dribble, so he's got to post him up. This is a chess match. This will be a hell of a chess match. And then how would he guard him on the?
Yeah,
other
but
end?
Jokic is going to get him. Michael Porter Jr. will.
I don't see how Jokic guards him.
I don't know. I'm saying I want to see that matchup.
Oh.
I want to see that team against that team. They've been the two best teams. To me, they're the two best teams in the league right now.
The NBA has actually a lot of pretty good matchups.
They really do.
going for the playoffs.
There's more. Yeah, there's more parity this year than in recent years. So the East
Definitely
is
now. Like, where's Memphis going?
Yeah. Well, yeah. How long? We have no when he's coming back.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
That was
fucking
kinda weird.
That is very weird. But there's an investigation. Something about there's a Colorado investigation going on. Something.
Well, I think because he was in Denver.
Yeah, there's that.
That's why Colorado's
Yeah.
investigating,
So-
because he was at a strip club in Denver. It was after they played the Nuggets, I think.
But the picture he took with the gun, he was in a hotel in Denver.
He was.
Was
I
he
think
back
he was
in
at a
Memphis?
strip
Club?
club. He was at a club. He was in.
He wasn't in his hotel room when he
No.
did that?
No.
Well, he was in his room.
He was at some kind of club running around. There were strippers and there was his
Okay.
friends.
Yeah.
And he flashed the gun. Mm-hmm. And now people are starting to talk. Well, where'd the gun come from? Did he bring it on the plane? You're not allowed to
Yeah.
bring a gun on the. It's just like going down this whole
Yeah.
fucking shit show.
Yeah.
Let the guy get it figured out. Let's just
I
chill.
think they just need to be like,
Move on.
dude, stop the bullshit. Come on. And he needs to be like, all right, you're right.
I'm going to take my time. I'm going to get some things figured out. I'll be back.
He needs to. He can't.
He needs to grow up. That's all.
Yeah.
Like, quick.
He needs to grow up.
Quick.
Seriously.
Well, everybody did at that age.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, no doubt.
Carmelo Anthony tells a story about how when David Stern was still around and running things, he got suspended by him for 15 games.
You can go this way.
What?
Or you can go that way.
Yeah. He basically said, you want to be in the streets, you want to be in the league. He goes,
Oh.
because now you're fucking with a
What
corporation.
is Tommy talking
And he
about?
goes,
I heard
goes,
the story today, too.
yeah, he's like, he literally goes, I know who you hang out with. I know where you live. I know when you close your eyes at night. and fucking, and Melo's like, and that's when I was convinced the NBA was working with the feds. It's just like, but
I think
but
we were
that's the
talking
kind of
about that
conversation that John Morant needs to have. The guy running the league needs to go, dude, you about to fucking, do you think you're going to throw this away or jeopardize our brand? No.
Go spend 2 days and fix it.
Yeah, fix it now because you're about to piss away a promising career.
That dude's amazing. Everybody thought Zion was going to be the guy out of that draft.
Well, if Zion ever could stay healthy, his numbers when he's healthy are ridiculous. But he doesn't stay healthy. So, yeah,
Will he ever stay healthy?
I don't know.
Who'd Philly beat 2 nights ago?
In overtime, Milwaukee.
Yeah, they beat Milwaukee.
They ended Milwaukee's 16-game
Yeah.
history. Now, this is the weird thing. The Celtics against Milwaukee and Philly are 4-1. So they match up with those two really well. But for whatever reason, they don't handle Cleveland or New York, which to me is a problem. And
So they don't want the number 1 seed.
the thing is,
That'll keep
they
them
have the
away from you.
Celtics are the best road team in the NBA.
So
record-wise. They are.
they'll be better off with the 2 seed.
are.
Because who
I
would they
don't know.
play?
Miami.
They would draw Miami.
Miami's the
or
7th seed?
7th seed. So if they had the play-in, you take it'd be them and Atlanta's the 8th seed.
You gotta be
So
careful
assuming
with Miami.
those-
You don't
But that's a
wanna fuck around
play-in.
with
Those are
Miami.
play-ins, right?
The thing is, here's the other problem for the Celtics.
So it might not be Miami.
if
or-
they it would, if say they
who are the 4?
say it's Miami 7, Atlanta 8, Toronto 9, Washington 10.
Yeah, it should
It's
be.
Miami.
Miami will be in. Yeah.
7. So point is, here's the other problem. Joe Mazzulla has 0 playoff experience as a coach,
Can't
and
down
and the
Joe
dude
Mazzulla.
from
lucky
Miami,
to have Joe
Spoelstra,
Mazzulla.
has multiple championships.
Say that again?
The dude from Miami, Spoelstra, has multiple championships. So there's a
LeBron
coaching
and
there's a
Wade.
there's a coaching problem.
No,
They would
come
be at a
on.
disadvantage against any of
No,
these guys.
come on.
Yeah.
No, Joe
Bolster's
Mazzulla-
won with
Joe
nobody-
Mazzulla's good.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he is.
No, he's not.
Okay.
Since he got that frickin', he sucked, dude. He doesn't even know what a timeout is.
Oh, come on.
The other night,
He's reverted to.
you and your come on.
He's Chris Webber.
Yeah,
Chris
no.
Webber.
He
Host
does-
the Joe.
No, he doesn't call him. He
you-
never calls him. That's the fucking problem.
Oh, shit, Joe.
He reversed.
Joe
Chris
Mazzulla is the
Webber.
only guy in up in Boston who sees a 4 out of 5 stretch as no problem. Everybody else is going, what the fuck you talking about? No problem. You went from the 1. You're about to lose the 2 seed. You were in the 1 seed all season.
Come on.
I mean,
that
seriously,
might be
no,
the thing
come
that
on me,
says-
because they're gonna.
They're
not-
good. They're going to be good.
That might be the thing that's
Good is not great. They're not going to the finals. They may not get out of the second round if they draw one of those two.
Neither will the Sixers. Maybe neither will the
I don't
Bucks.
think the Sixers are. The Milwaukee's the best team in the East for one reason, because Boston's the stupidest team in history.
But what I'm saying is, you could say that for all the teams
Unfucking
in
believable.
the East.
No, I can't see.
What, they're all the stupidest
no,
team?
no, no, no,
Really?
no, no.
Come
The
on.
Boston Celtics are the only team, and Bob Ryan, who's in the Hall of Fame, said this first, not me. This is the team 1 through 12. There's never been a team 1 through 12 with this many fucking good players on it. He's like, your 15th guy can get you 15 points a game. I mean, it's happened twice. And he showed the examples of when it fucking happened. Okay? So this is not about, the Milwaukee Bucks should not be able to beat the Celtics in a 7-game series. The Celtics, they can't match up with them, talent-wise.
Do they have anybody that's better than...
Tatum is damn close. Tatum was All-NBA first team.
Damn
He's
close
right there.
is not...
To who?
They're both All-NBA
Than
first to
Giannis.
Giannis. Yeah, they're both All-NBA first team. How close do you want him to get?
I said, do you have anybody better?
He's All-NBA first team.
He's-
There's only 4 guys in the league.
he's
He's
not
good.
good. Do you
One of
want-
them's Giannis.
You're drafting. Are you taking Giannis? Are
Oh,
you
I'm taking Tatum.
No, get out.
Yeah, I am. I'm taking Tatum. Yeah, Tatum. I'm taking Tatum. I'm not even laughing. Laugh all you want.
don't
yourself
know.
in.
Tatum has
I like
I'm
that.
talking myself. And Tatum, when they went head-to-head in the playoffs last year, Tatum kicked his ass.
Dude, your tone made me
So how
laugh.
many rings does Tatum have, and how many? does
Tatum's
Giannis
younger
have?
than him. He has 1.
Does Tatum have any?
No, but he's been there once.
But he's so they're so stupid.
I'm saying he doesn't have to be as good as him. I'm saying he's close.
Okay, sure. Like
Okay, sure. They both on me first team. Okay, sure. I don't think. He just won the
He's
All-Star
not
game MVP.
good.
Okay, sure. That is
He's
good.
not
Sure.
as good as Giannis.
He is as good as Giannis.
No, he's not.
55 points in the All-Star game.
I
Giannis
would-
never did that.
Did you just quote me points in an All-Star game?
All-Star
Those
MVP.
things don't.
All-Star
Points in an
MVP.
All-Star
He's got
game.
that. He's got. He's younger than him. He's been to a final. He's been to 4 conference
I
finals.
said-
If anything,
RJ,
he's been with both. Don't even open your mouth, Tom. I don't care what you
You
have to
had
say.
me until the All-Star points. You had me. I agree
He
with
broke
you.
that record.
I
Anthony
made
Davis is on that
60
record.
points.
Michael Jordan is on that record.
I made
So when Michael
60
Jordan
points
on the
one of
record, it didn't
those,
mean anything.
Chuck E. Cheese basketball hoops.
I'm just saying that's not the biggest reason. I'm saying when they went toe to toe last year, Giannis couldn't guard
All
him.
I'm saying is you're better than that.
All I'm saying is he's as good as Giannis.
All-Star game.
You're better than that.
He's as good as
55 in
Giannis.
an All-Star
He's
game.
better. He's as good as Giannis right now.
No, I didn't say.
He is.
I didn't say you're
His game is
wrong.
more polished. Absolutely, he's been to World
right.
Conference Finals.
Tommy, who do you
They've
take?
been
I
the same
think I
amount of
would dra-
finals.
I think I would draft Giannis.
Okay.
However, I see what he's saying. It's not.
You got a little BB
Tatum's
going on,
game,
a little Boston
Tatum's
bias.
game all around is Giannis can't even defend him. He shits on Giannis.
Oh,
he
shits
dunked on him on Christmas
He shits on-
Day.
He dunked on him on Christmas
They
Day.
beat him in the hay. He outplayed him last year.
But he doesn't have a
49
ring.
points
in
on
a
his.
G
He's
League
been there
game.
though.
In a G League game, he fucked him up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wrong.
No, he fucked him up in the conference finals.
That was Giannis.
I'm sorry, the conference semifinals. He
That
fucked
was
him up.
his brother's cousin's
in
uncle that the
in
Lakers
AAU,
signed.
In AAU ball, Tatum dunked all over.
He dunked on him on Christmas Day.
That was Santa.
That wasn't AAU ball.
I
That
got
was
that.
Santa.
I've got that.
That was Santa.
That didn't really happen.
That's
That
who it
Santa.
was. No, it was the leprechaun. No.
Didn't really
okay,
happen. That was
okay.
Santa.
Give me a Santa. Right.
It was
So you don't think the
you
Celtics
said it was
are?
Christmas Day.
We
The
think they're
Celtics
top
talent-wise, are
the
far superior to any team in this
three.
league.
But you
right
just
now.
think it's
They're not
like
going to win.
one
though.
coach away.
No, because they had these problems with Udoka too. They were stupid. They're stupid then. They're stupid now.
Okay, so like, what's the difference between Udoka and?
I'm
and
saying that all my
Mazzulla-
point was is
Udoka
that
was a
the
good
coaches
coach. Mazzulla's a good coach.
At least Udoka made him play defense. He held him accountable to that.
They play defense now.
No, the backup point guard had 38 points last night.
Even
he
you
averages
said-
13.
Last
No,
time-
they don't play defense
last
right
time
now.
Well,
we
he also tripled his minutes, though.
38 points is 38
I know,
points.
I know.
You think he's never played an overtime game before? Of course he has.
You're always talking about at
Brunson
least they
wasn't-
play
Brunson
defense.
wasn't playing.
That's the opposite
Brunson
of what you
didn't play,
always
so
say.
he started.
I said when the Celtics show up, they play defense better than anybody in the league when they show up. They haven't shown up all
It's
season.
the opposite
Their
of what
defense
you
is
say.
no. What am I saying?
Because we were saying like which one of the teams has a defense, and you always go Celtics.
The Celtics
Out of
haven't
the
played
top
defense in the
teams.
Bucks.
Right, but now you say they don't play defense.
They haven't
You
played
don't like
defense.
Mazzulla.
They haven't played defense in freaking 2 weeks. That's the coach.
Oh, in 2 weeks.
Losing 3 games to Orlando, that was earlier in the season. How about that one?
Come on, man.
3 games to Orlando? Orlando sucks, and you know it. Don't give me that crap. Come on, man.
No, I'm
Orlando
saying
sucks.
Okay, Philly has lost games to teams they shouldn't have lost to.
Philly doesn't have Boston's
Milwaukee
talent.
has lost games to teams
Philly
they shouldn't
doesn't
have
have
lost
Boston's
to.
talent. Philly's not 12 deep. Philly's not 10 deep.
Milwaukee has lost games.
Milwaukee's
to
not
people they
12
shouldn't
deep.
have. The
Milwaukee's
Knicks
not
are-
10 deep.
Everybody loses games to people they shouldn't lose games
Not
to.
3 in a
That's
row to the
not-
same shitty team. 3 in a
Have
row to
you
the same
seen- Have you
shitty.
seen these losses?
No, he hasn't. He has no idea what he's looking at.
Look,
he has
look,
no idea what he's
look,
talking about.
I'm going to say this. I agree he's being too hard on them.
That's what I'm saying.
However, if you watch them,
watch them?
If I was a legit fan of them, I would.
Oh
I
my
think I'd
fucking
be
God.
that frustrated.
It's
too.
even that you should even their beat writers are
It's
going.
kinda
This
crazy.
team can't get out of its own way.
It's kinda
they
weird.
can't just do the right. This is not me just me talking. Everybody watching that team is saying the same thing except you, but you don't watch
They're
them.
better than they
So
play.
today-
They're better than they play.
So today, coaching at the end of that game would have made Grant Williams hit 2 free throws, or
A good coach is going to get his team
No.
to do one thing: play fucking defense. They
Hit
haven't played
one
defense.
free throw.
You look at their numbers last year
that's not about
defensively to
coaching.
this year.
Are we
It's not even
talking about
close.
Yeah, that's what he said. He said that
I'm
they're
saying
not
the coach has to
coached
hold him
well.
accountable for defense, and he doesn't. That's coaching.
I can't remember why I was arguing this.
I'm saying he's part of the problem.
He's saying Missoula's the problem. I'm saying
No, I'm saying he's part of the problem.
No. What I was arguing is you were saying every team loses games to teams
yeah, they
they
do.
shouldn't.
But
Everybody has a stinker in there, but there's a multiple.
Yeah,
this isn't one.
I'm saying I'm not blaming any one thing. I'm just saying it's frustrating how they find ways to lose games. And I'm not even a real fan of theirs.
Joel, the last 3 games, they have blown a 28-point lead, a 14-point
To
lead,
the Nets
and a
with
14-point lead, and 2 of those games were at home.
all right,
To
okay.
teams they're better than.
to the Knicks without Brunson, to the Nets without KD.
That's the other
Kyrie.
thing.
Now,
Wait,
true. They
How do you blow them out with Katie and Irving on the floor,
Right.
and then you lose to them without those
Without
two?
them, yeah.
Explain that to me and tell me that's not the fucking coach.
Now, also, we do have to mention no Time Lord last night, no Brogdon. Okay,
They're 12 deep.
I know.
That shouldn't fucking matter. Did they still have Tatum?
No.
Did they still have Brown?
That's what I'm saying.
Did they still have Smart? Did they still have Horford?
All-
Did they still, give me a fucking break. There's no way. They didn't guard nobody.
They shouldn't have lost.
They shouldn't have lost that fucking game. They had a 14-point lead in the third quarter. They pissed it away.
Horford missed the 3 at the buzzer.
What? 59 three-point shots. A good coach is not going to allow anybody to shoot 59 three-point shots.
Allow.
No, he's going to call a timeout. He says, the next fucking guy, the next one you
allowed
shoot, the next one you shoot, I'm going to fucking fine you.
I think they're all to blame for. I'm not arguing.
In
who's to
today's
blame.
He's not the only problem, but he's part of it.
They're all part of that.
Could he get them to play defense?
Maybe.
Forget the fucking shooting. Just get them to play defense.
Well,
A little bit of
they've
fucking
shown
defense.
that they can play defense.
That's what I'm
NBA
talking about. They're not always. He doesn't hold them accountable.
The NBA is a percentage game.
What is
It's
that?
all
What
like
does
a
that even
gamble.
mean?
So like they're saying like, okay, the more 3-pointers we get up, the more points we get
Every
based on the
game is that.
percentage percent. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But,
Fourth down conversion, third down.
but the swings between like those percentages can cause you to lose bad game or lose the teams that you shouldn't lose, right? One
On
guy
a
gets-
given night, not multiple nights in a row.
Well, it can happen. That's statistically. It's
I
harder, but it's
understand
possible.
one night. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking, this is multiple times in a row. Different shit.
I don't understand how you're
It's all
arguing this
fundamental
with
shit.
percentages.
Because I'm saying like the
If you
NBA
hit
now.
40% of your threes, that doesn't mean you shoot 73s.
No, that's what the NBA is saying. The more threes you get up at a 40% clip,
There is only
the
one
better
team.
it is than getting twos up
There
at
is
a 50%
only one
clip.
team in this league that has shown they can win that way consistently. It's Golden State. They're the only fucking team that can do that. They are. There's no other team that can consistently do that.
How many teams actually shoot 40% as a team?
I don't even know if Golden State does.
Golden
But
State
they're the
shoot
best.
40% of the team.
They're not because other guys like Draymond will take his 2 or 3 stupid ones.
But
a game
like
they
their
shouldn't take, and-
3 main 3-point
Their
shooters.
3 main
are
guys
all
do.
40.
They're all around
40.
They're all around. They're like high 30s, low 40s. They're all in that range.
Like Steph, Clay. Who else?
If
is
you're
there?
high 30s, you're a good 3-point
Jordan
shooter.
Poole's a 3-point shooter.
Yeah, he's
Is he?
another one. Well, they got like 5 or 6. Who's the dude? DiVincenzo.
I like him a
He's
lot.
dude. He's good.
DiVincenzo.
He's
I
a
remember
Is
good.
he
him
from Villanova?
Yes,
Yeah,
I
he's a
remember
good
him
player.
when he
He's
came
not a
up.
good. He's a good player.
They
He
won a
does.
championship.
I'm telling you,
because
yeah.
of him.
He's he's legit.
Not just him. I
Him
mean,
and
they had a
Diac-
good team.
Wasn't Diacono another Villanova guard? Diacono.
Who was the
Archie
guard?
Diacono.
I think. Oh shit, I can't.
I
He
liked
was on
it.
the Knicks. They traded him with.
I remember
what,
when
did he,
he-
what did he play when he was on the Knicks?
Nothing. He sat the bench.
No, but what position was he supposed
He's a
to?
point guard.
Okay.
Diacono. He's another like
probably-
Villanova.
I mean, if he's
I have no idea. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna try to.
Italian kid.
tank it,
Yeah, DiVincenzo. I like him a lot.
he's a good.
Diacono, I think, is
a
the
good
one
player.
that made
didn't
the
he?
pass.
Didn't he get drafted by the Bucks? Wasn't he a Bucks player, DiVincenzo? I want to say he was on Milwaukee.
might have
Diacono,
been.
Diacono threw the pass to the guy who hit the 3 that I think beat North Carolina in the finals.
You got a
When
better
Villanova
memory.
beat them.
Yes. Let me see.
You might be right.
You got a better memory on that.
If
one,
I
man.
called that, that's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
It's probably some other guy.
That's a chance you're right. But anyway, no. So look,
Archidiakono.
the thing is,
Archidiakono.
okay. The thing is that the Celtics every night can throw.
Great.
We don't care.
The Celtics every night can throw bodies at you in waves that can all produce. That's the fucking frustrating thing about
This
it.
is how they all work together.
They're not gonna. They're not.
They're kinda like weird pieces
The Celtics will
sometimes.
not lose because a team had more talent. They will lose because that team just outplays them fundamentally because they don't stress fundamentals. The number you're looking for with them is 15. When they're below 15 turnovers, they win virtually 90% of the time. When they're over it,
I think
you got it right?
There
you go.
So I said Diacono. It's actually Archidiacono. But as a junior, was co-winner of the Conference Player of the Year award as part of Villanova's 2016 national championship team. Archidiacono was awarded the Most Outstanding Player award and assisted on the game-winning basket to Chris Jenkins as time expired in the championship.
Jay Wright is a hell of a coach. He really is. He's developed a lot of talent. And
where is he now?
He retired. He didn't want to deal with the portal. He didn't want to deal with it. That's why he stepped out.
He didn't want guys to be able to say, "You're
well,
Jalen Brunson was another one, right?
Jalen Brunson was a starter on that, and on one of those teams. I mean, he's got. I'm telling you, he's a hell of a coach, Jay Wright. I hope he comes back to coaching, but because he had a lot of years left, and he already won 2 national titles.
The portal is kind of weird, isn't it?
It fucks a lot of shit up.
Yeah.
And I get why it's there.
Freedom to the players.
Yeah, I get why it's there. I'm not necessarily opposed to it, but like literally, like
difficult.
Yeah, like if a kid like. And from a coach's perspective, I get this. Say you bring a kid as a freshman, and you're like, look, you can be a pro player, but look, you can. And a lot of times it's all about how fast can I get drafted.
Yeah.
Now it's a crime to be a 22-year-old senior. But the thing is, there's nothing wrong with being a 22-year-old senior because the thing is, you can still be a first-round draft pick. Okay, if you come out as a freshman, for example, you might be high first round, low second round. But if you play 3 years and all of a sudden you make yourself a top 5 pick, then you make even bigger money by staying in. So it can work both ways.
There's not very many guys like that.
Well,
I'm not saying there are. I'm saying that there's that opportunity.
But
whereas if you come out early, once you're in. But I'd rather build up my value and polish off my game, which is what you can do in college. And you're still playing against these guys in the summertime anyway, with all the pro-am shit. They're scrimmaging against pros. They are.
But if you have somebody go, hey, if you leave this year, this is what you'll get.
Yeah.
And it's life-changing.
I don't know that.
It's hard to.
In the case of some of these guys that didn't make it, that was the right decision.
Well, NIL changes all of that, right?
Guys
NIL even changes that all the way around anyway.
I mean, and again, I don't think it necessarily has to be 4 years, but I mean, I think 2 years made sense when they did it that way. So 2 years you had to go to school.
The transfer portal made things more difficult. But, like, the player should have a fucking say in this shit.
It's not that, but from the coach's standpoint.
If the coach gets a job offer, that coach can leave middle of the fucking season.
But he's trying to build first of all, how you build a sustainable program, that's kind of how you do it. You have kids that come up, they get better every year, and then kids want to go, like, this guy's going to make, if I'm not there as a freshman, he'll get me there by the time.
You got to create a culture and create expectations where your people don't leave. If people are leaving to me,
the thing
that signals
I don't even know
the coach could have done better.
I don't even know that. I think the reason he left.
It's that person shouldn't have the right to leave.
I don't think
so
that
no bad team will ever get good.
What does that mean?
Because they'll leave.
They'll leave. That's what you just
said. Second, you have
no, I didn't. I didn't say you had to win to keep your people there. I said you had to create the right culture, set the right expectations, so that the people who are going to stay are the ones who come. And
so winning doesn't have any part of that?
What do you mean? Yeah, of course winning has part of it.
Yeah, so
but I'm talking
if all those schools like you're losing, you can't ever set the culture. They don't ever have a chance to get good again.
I'm just saying I see both sides of it. I see the player side of it, and I see the coach's side of it. If you're trying to build it's hard to do that when kids jump in every year. And now Jay Wright, I don't think left because it actually had happened to him yet, because he got out last year. I think he was like, if you look at the teams that won championships, they were upperclassmen. They were senior-laden teams.
But that's because you had control.
But he was able to build a program. Now he's like, well, if they're jumping every year, how do I build a program like that? It's how do you have consistency?
So I think kids should be allowed. I'm
just saying. I'm not saying he's right. I'm just saying I understand his perspective.
It's like it's easier to make money when you have slavery.
Well, now they're going to pay the players.
You don't have to pay your employees.
Well, now aren't they going to?
But when the right thing happens and you give people rights, it becomes harder to
win.
I think the way that NIL...
And that's his job, is to win.
I think the way that NIL
that's why he's getting paid.
Change that would be like if teams had like deals that they gave out, and if you took the NIL deal from the team, then you're under contract till the NIL deal is done.
What's this in? Soccer?
No. What I'm saying is what they should do with NIL
is not coming from the NCAA.
No, I know, and that's part of the problem. The NCAA is always part of the problem. But what I'm saying is you might as well pay them like pro players.
Pay 'em.
It's a pro league.
Right, yeah. If you
Yeah,
want to
yeah.
keep them there, pay them to
'em.
stay.
That's what
Pay
I'm
'em
saying. And
to
then
stay.
if you have their contract for however long it is.
But their endorsement shouldn't lock them into that league.
No, but that's the only way they're paid
Unless
right
that
now.
company says, look, we'll
Yeah.
endorse you for $60 million if you give us 3 years at this school because that'll be better for us.
Right, we want you representing
But still, that is
UNC
the player's
or
choice to
Duke
say, yeah, I'll fucking
whoever
take
the
that
big
deal.
name
Well,
is.
but the other thing that's good about that is that encourages them to stay in school longer,
Right.
get their fucking education, so when they can't play anymore, they can do something.
Yeah.
You know, that's the thing. You want to have a life after basketball because not everybody makes the big money.
Right.
There's a lot of mid-level guys that have quiet careers, but they're not like these other guys that are making 30,
Well, that's why
40
some
million a
guys,
year.
if they hear, oh, I might be a lottery pick, fuck it. Because
That's
that
different.
chance might not come back. You know?
So me
Yeah,
and
you
a
got to
friend of
strike
mine-
when the iron's hot.
Yeah.
Me and a friend of mine were talking about NIL the other day. Do you ever see a college player making more on NIL deal than they will ever make as a pro? I think that probably
Sure,
already
okay.
happens, right?
Must have happened.
Yeah, that can
right?
happen.
Yeah. I
Like,
think
look at
so.
Stetson Bennett, right? Like,
I'm sure it's
Yeah.
I'm sure it's happened.
but I'm saying, like, now that NIL is here, like, they can make more in their college career than they ever
Yeah.
would make in
Yeah.
a pro career.
I'm sure Johnny Manziel made more in his college career. It was just under the table.
Well, now it's over the table.
Right.
It's like, oh, yeah, there you go.
But who's gotten
There was never that
who's
before.
gotten massive NIL deals? Are there like big boppers out
Millions. There's people.
there? Okay,
getting-
but how much?
I don't know. What did
Basically, if you don't go to the NFL,
Miami
you're
has
not-
some real weird ones out there. Like,
Yeah, they've got.
let's just look up largest NIL deal. Let's see what that is.
Oh, my phone's frozen.
Joel's phone doesn't work.
I don't have. You got y'all's phones, and y'all to do
Look
the
up
looking.
this.
Largest NIL deal?
Yeah, largest NIL deals. Let's take the ones from this year, like 20.
Smith and Jigba propelled himself into the spotlight.
How much did he get paid?
A variety of NL deals reportedly worth 1.7 mil.
There you
So
go.
basically, your NIL money would be bigger if you didn't make the NFL. If you make the NFL, you're
Well,
gonna
even
make
if you-
more than your NIL.
Dude,
deal.
you see the current top 10 list?
What is that?
The 10 most valuable NIL athletes right now.
No, let's hear it.
Fucking,
Oh, NIL leaderboards? Is that where you are?
it's, hold on, let me see here. I just had it. It was, where is this? Here we go. So it was, here we go. How is their value determined? Hold on. So number 10 right now is Shader Sanders, quarterback, Colorado, 1.6 million.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a 10.
That's a 10.
Yeah.
Will Anderson, linebacker, Alabama, 1.7 million. Bijan Robinson, running back, Texas, 1.8 million.
He got ripped off.
Yeah. Olivia Dunn, LSU gymnastics,
How much?
2.7 million.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That because
She
what?
must be an Olympian.
Well, because that's
She has
somebody
that.
that's going to win a gold medal,
Yeah,
right?
that's what. Yeah, and LSU's good too. I love that. Caleb Williams, quarterback, USC, 3.2 million.
Okay, so now we're talking.
Bryce Young, Alabama, 3.5 million.
Wow.
Who the fuck is this? Mickey Williams, Memphis commit. He's not even there yet. 3.6 million.
Dude, there's a Miami commit at 9.5.
There's a basketball player. 6'2" guard from San Diego has become a social media phenom with 6 million followers.
6'2", wow.
17-year-old became the first high schooler in U.S. to He's already got a sneaker deal with Puma.
See, because
He's
he's got all
fucking-
those followers.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
So they're going after people that the brand will reach.
Number
yes and no.
one. Who do you think number one is?
Kid out of Miami, quarterback.
Jaden
Can't remember.
Rashada.
Yeah,
Jaden Rashada.
that was a weird deal. That's the one I was
Is that your
talking
guess
about
too?
before
Yeah.
we started that.
Who is it?
Bronny James.
No.
That makes sense.
7.5 million.
Where's he going?
Sierra G's right now he's in high school.
Oh,
But I mean, is he going to go to college and make
so-
NIL money?
So look, this says high school quarterback and Miami Hurricanes commit Jaden
Yeah.
Rashada.
That's the
said
weird
to
one
have
I was
signed the
talking about.
biggest NIL deal yet
Yeah.
with a 9.5 million deal.
Yeah,
So they haven't confirmed it yet, is something?
Maybe.
Yeah.
that's the one I was
It
saying.
says
Was kind of
again,
weird.
details are sketchy at
Of
Norfolk
course, they are. It's
State.
Miami.
Never to be
At
associated
Norfolk
with Miami.
State, running
Not a
back,
fine institution like that.
running back Raekwon
No, it's a great
said-
college. It's a great
Ivy
college.
League of the South, they call it.
It's a great college. I would go to Miami if I was.
I
like,
love
dude,
Miami.
forget-
This
I'm
running
saying.
back at Norfolk State has 66 NIL deals.
Yeah.
66.
Yeah.
And yet we can't, so they can't assess his value.
He's got the.
We haven't totaled double
He's
zeros
got-
yet.
Smith calls himself the king of NIL.
He got 5139.
66
He gets
separate deals.
5139 a month from Norfolk State Roofing.
51.
Okay, so to your point, there could be some guys that make way more
Yeah, we didn't
Yeah.
know
through
about
the
it.
NIL than they do in the NFL.
So,
So think
those
about-
names all made sense, though.
Yeah,
On that list? Yeah, they did.
But what I'm saying is, like, think about
Gymnast
now
threw me.
the money that college athletes are making money to take care of their family as college athletes.
Yeah.
They wouldn't have to do anything after college.
Yeah.
They wouldn't even have to work.
Yeah, depending on how much they're
Well,
making.
this is old.
How old is that?
August 2022.
Well,
Slightly dated.
Well, we're in the new year now. They should have
but
something in January. Maybe.
We
That's
still
it.
haven't heard of the Miami kid, right?
Yeah.
No, I mean I haven't heard anything about him since.
Who is it?
that quarterback? Some kind of crazy
Jaden
NIL.
Rashada?
Yeah. Crazy deal.
Is he the number one high school quarterback in the country?
No,
I don't know.
I don't think so.
But again, I think a lot of the money has to do with how many people are we going to reach by giving you our brand.
Well, so
Because
how's
that
Archie
kid with all
Manning not
those
making money?
followers,
Yeah.
How's
6
Archie
million
Manning?
followers.
that's a lot of people.
6 million followers.
How's Archie Manning not on that list?
I don't know.
He's got a. Pretty sure there's a Caesar commercial waiting for him. Caesar's commercial.
By the way, those are awesome. You gotta admit. When the guy guesses the is it a, and Peyton and Archie are going, and he like,
It's not the helmet catch.
oh my god, and then he goes right. He goes, what? Who guesses that? What clues like this?
Cooper's my favorite, Arch.
Oh, it was great.
Yeah.
Dude, I like the fact that the NBA took the rebound back away from
Yes.
Giannis.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they did.
I like that.
Bravo
So,
to you, NBA.
No offense.
Why did Giannis do that?
No, listen.
That's corny.
This is what I'm gonna say.
He dropped a few.
He's
pegs.
better than that.
He
This
dropped
is
a
what I
few
would-
pegs.
This is what I'm gonna say. They took that one away from.
You're not going to
Giannis.
defend this, I hope.
I am.
Oh,
What are you going to say, Michael Strahan?
Yeah, I'll say that too. But no, this is what I'll say. Go back and take a bunch of rebounds from Russell Westbrook or whatever else he stat padded with. Just go back and take it all.
What are you, Kendrick Perkins?
No, I'm just saying it goes. No, I'm not. I'm not big perk.
you show me the video of where Russell Westbrook did something.
They've
like
all.
that.
There's so many players that have done cheesy stuff
Show
like
me
that.
a video. I'll be
I
on
think
board.
I have seen Russell Wilson do that.
Okay, show me a video of it. I'll be on board. Just show me.
Well,
a
yeah,
video.
I know. I mean, it's still whack.
I'm not saying it's not.
But
whack.
but when
I'm
he
just saying,
averaged
like,
a triple double for a season, multiple years in a row, that was not from that.
no, but there's been other players in the NBA. Kyle Kuzma, I think, did it once.
I'm not saying they're right.
People
either.
have done it here and there.
Yes, and
But
what
to
I'm saying
call
is,
a guy that averages triple doubles stat padding like Perkins has been doing to Jokic,
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
which
not-
is
I'm not-
embarrassing.
weak.
That's
I'm not
weak
worried
sauce.
about. I'm just.
They're
that's all I'm
25 and 0 when he gets a
Right.
triple double. Like, yeah, Kendrick, it doesn't
his
hold
whole
water.
game is that.
He's a great
Yeah, but we're
all-around
talking
player.
about Giannis, and what I'm saying about Giannis is like he's not the only person to ever done that.
I didn't say he was.
But the NBA is like, we're going to take that one back, and I'm like, what about like the other?
How do we
bunch
know
of
they didn't
awkward
do it? Well, who
instances?
else? Give me a
Because
name.
I haven't. Name one time you remember it happened in the past.
I don't
And
remember.
one
it.
time the best
I'm gonna say
player
it
in the
didn't
league
happen.
did it.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
He's arguably the best player in the league.
How many times
That's
has
what
Kevin?
you said via
How many
text,
times
and that's
has
true.
Kevin Love in his career done it?
Nobody gives a fuck
What about Kevin Love?
No, well that's true. I don't. But
Not compared to Giannis.
how
Nobody
many times did
cares.
Russell
Kevin
Westbrook
Love.
has Russell
You don't
Westbrook done
want
it?
the freaking one of the major stars in your league
do
running
that?
down on offense.
I don't
and hitting
either.
the ball.
I don't either. But
You
I'm saying is
understand
like,
that every
treat
person
him
that
like the other
you
guys.
understand
No,
that
you
every
don't treat your
person-
star like
No,
the other
it's
guys.
even worse if it's the other guy because then it's
Dude,
like some
Nobody
bum
gives
did
a
it.
shit
Dude,
about the ball.
every person that's on the fence about the NBA saw that and was like, "That's why I don't watch that shit. That's their best fucking player." You seriously doing that? Like to the average fan?
Whoa!
Like,
Wait, I want to rewind because you just said best player, and when we were talking
Arguably.
about arguably,
I said that before. I even put it on text.
But when we're
Arguably,
talking about Jason Tatum and Giannis,
and I'm
you
saying
don't
he's
take
as
it
good
to
as
the-
him.
Giannis is in
not.
the look.
Tatum's
I think
not
Tatum's
Giannis's.
in the conversation.
They're all in the
Yes.
conversation.
Giannis is.
Yeah, no, because you don't say so. But he's
Giannis is number
he's-
one, right? It is because
Tatum has owned him in games. He's outplayed him head to head.
Where's
Okay?
his ring?
He's beat him. He's only got one.
That's all he needs.
Well,
That's all
Tatum
Tatum
is
needs.
younger than him. He's had less chances.
Tatum just
technically.
needs one,
He'll get one.
maybe.
Maybe he will. Maybe Giannis will never get another one.
Or this
Now
is
this,
stupid. He
now
won't
this
get one.
is stat padding and weak, and that's from arguably the best player in the game.
He
Arguably.
is stat padding and weak. That
That's-
is stat
he's
padding and weak.
arguably he's a
What
top
I'm
5
saying
player in
is,
the game.
It's stat padding a
Why
week.
are you
for
defending
every-
it?
Because
There's nothing to
there's
defend.
been a
Nothing to
bunch of
defend.
players
We're
that
not
have done
saying
this.
that Giannis should be shunned from the league.
No.
We're
No,
just
I'm not
glad
either.
that they took the rebound
Yeah.
back.
No, I'm glad they took the rebound back too, but they should
Then
do
what
it
are
to
you
everybody
arguing?
else.
No,
Yes.
it's not that big a deal
Yeah, it is.
to go back and change all the records.
Yeah, then why?
No,
Why?
that's silly.
It's not that big of a deal for Giannis to do it then.
No, he shouldn't have done it. It's
He
weak.
shouldn't have done
He
it.
shouldn't have done it. Neither should
It's
anybody
weak.
else that did it before him.
No one said that.
I said that.
never-
You're saying no. They should all keep their.
No, I'm saying
Yeah,
they
one
should have
crap
taken, they should have taken them
rebound
all.
or
You're
one crap
telling me you want people to
point.
go back through all the stats? Give me a fucking break.
Maybe the league just
So-
got tired of it and said, you know what, the next guy
happened
does
now.
So-
With one of your best players, this happened now.
So-
Take the rebound.
All right. Okay.
And to tell him,
All right.
stop acting like a douche.
Okay. So should the NFL go back and tell Michael Strahan like stop acting like a douche?
No.
You don't get credit for that.
That was
sack
Brett
by
Favre's
Favre.
fault.
Brett Favre's fault?
Brett Favre fell over and Michael Strahan touched him. What, you didn't want him to tackle him?
He didn't have to touch him. He could have let somebody else.
He's
do
going to
it.
wait to get mobbed by a fucking old lineman?
Did he touch him or tackle him?
He could have let somebody
Brett
else.
Favre went
do
down
it.
on the ground and he went like that.
Just
He
to
could've let
stop-
anybody else
He's got to
tackle
top him when he's
That's
down
a
to stop.
tackle.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
Strahan doesn't
So
have to do it.
basically, when Strahan had the single season
So it's
record
not a
on the line-
rebound when
Oh, is this
Giannis
about the
throws it
sack?
off. It's not a rebound
This
when
is not
Giannis
the
throws
same
it off
thing.
the backboard.
Okay, so Strahan's about to break the record, and Favre basically rolls
Gives
out
it to
right
him.
into him.
Gives it to him.
What's he supposed to do?
How
Not
is
You don't
that
have to
tackle
take
him?
Strahan's
it.
fault?
Would you want to break the record that way?
How is that
That's like
Strahan's
Favre
fault?
throwing a pass, catching it, and calling that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
How
No,
does-
because they don't call those completions when you throw it to yourself. They call it a
Dude,
fumble and a recovery.
I don't,
your argument sucks.
That's what it's called.
It's terrible. You didn't even
That's what
have
they were calling
you didn't
the
even
game.
have it until I was like, "Are you going to bring up Strahan?" Because that's what I thought
Oh.
you were doing.
Oh, okay. I see. Where
So you're
going with
arguing
that.
something that's not the same. It's not. It's a false
Or
comparison.
how about junk fantasy points for Jared Goff? Every time the Lions were
We're
down by
comparing
like
to this to
40
fantasy points?
No, I'm just
Jared
saying,
Goff
like,
isn't padding his fantasy stats
trying to bring
no,
his
he's
team
padding
back.
my fantasy stats if I have him on my
because you're
team
playing a game using his stats, not because
for his
he's doing
junk
something
points.
weird.
Like, do you give junk points back? Do you give junk points?
This
What do
is
you?
the same guy that said his favorite March Madness moment was a moment that he didn't witness.
That's true.
Same guy.
I have seen it.
Same guy.
Yes,
I didn't
replay doesn't
witness
count.
My
The game.
favorite March
Replay doesn't
Madness moment?
You got to see it live.
Jim Valvano, NC State.
That's what you said. When you
I
were
said
making
that
fun of me
making
for
fun
saying
of you.
Jordan.
Yes.
And you just didn't like it because it was Jordan.
No, I didn't care.
Yeah.
It was a great moment.
It was Jordan against Georgetown. Why
who
did I give a
hasn't-
shit?
Who hasn't seen it was Jordan versus Patrick Ewing? Who hasn't seen that?
What does that even mean?
Who has not actually seen that clip that watches sports?
I don't know. Let me ask. Anybody? Of course, we've all seen the replay of it.
Of course.
To pick it as your favorite moment is ridiculous.
Why? Because you don't like Jordan.
right,
That's why it's
We
ridiculous.
gotta cut this short. I
Way
gotta
too
go-
loud.
No, I gotta go check on my wife. We gotta call this short. Anyway, we'll see you
Can I
back
agree?
midweek. Yes, you can. Until then, the redoubtable one, highly questionable one, and the fixture. That's right. You
And the boomer with the fucking ringer on, Gen Xer.
yes.
Put it on vibrate.
Anyway,
Put it on vibrate.
have a great early part of the week. We will see you back on Wet My Wishful Wednesday. Until then, tight as a drum, boys and girls. Tight as a drum.